Alright guys, now let's go. Did I fix it for you? Yeah? Thư, please read that. Yeah, some people believe that modern electronic media only have a negative effect on young people. True, false, not given. False. Okay, so some people believe that modern electronic media only have a negative effect on people, so that is false. And where can we find information about it? Paragraph 1, okay. And number 2. Yeah, so to capture the attention, okay, this one is 2, okay. To capture the attention of the human mind, particularly the young mind, and then distracted, has lately become a subject of concern. Is that correct? Is that correct, guys? Remember the statement they say that some people believe that modern electronic media only have a negative effect on young people, but based on this, to capture the attention of the humankind, blah blah blah, I didn't see anything related to electronic media, so that means missing something. Where is that? Yeah, actually you need to start from the first one, the power, okay? The power of modern electronic media. So now you can see the word modern electronic media. You see that? So when you try to figure out the answers, you need to figure out like where you can find some similar words and phrases, or the synonyms of those words and phrases, okay? So here you can see the words modern electronic media, and down here you also see the word modern electronic media, right? Okay, so here they say that the power of modern electronic media, the net, the mobile phones and video games, to capture the attention of the humankind, particularly the young mind. The young mind is similar as? Yeah, the young mind in this case is similar as the young people, okay? And what else? And then distracted has lately become a subject of concern. Yeah, it has a negative effect. And why you said that it's wrong?
Because the statement says this only, but the paragraph shows that it's particularly the young man.
Yeah, okay, yes, that's right. Here they say, the statement they say that some people believe that modern electronic media only okay, have a negative effect on people, okay? But actually here they say that to capture the attention of the human mind, that means all people, okay? Human mind, that means all people, not only the young mind or only the young people, okay? Particularly the young mind. So this is kind of to be more specific, or just an example of that one. You understand? Yeah? Okay, so be very careful. Here they say that it only have a negative effect on young people only. But here, it said that it has an effect or to capture the attention of the human mind, all people. Okay? Yeah? Yeah, cái này là ảnh hưởng đến toàn nhân loại chứ không phải chỉ có young people không. You understand? Cho nên cái đó là wrong. Yeah. Okay, now number 2. Yến Nhi. Yeah, Nicholas Carr's book on the subject is a bestseller. Right, wrong doesn't say. Oh, sorry, true, false, not given. Not given. Okay, even though it's not given, but it must mention something somewhere. And especially when you see the name Nicholas Carr's book, then it's very easy to identify or to locate the position of these words, right? So where can you find the information? Okay, paragraph 2, line number 1. Please read that. Yeah. Yes, Nicholas Carr, the American science writer, has plotted this theme for his new book, The Shallows, in which he argues that new media are not just changing our habits but our brain too. And here, what did it say? The book from this guy or this woman on the subject is a bestseller. It doesn't mention whether the book is a bestseller or not. Okay? Yeah. It mentioned about the book and about the name of the book, that is The Shallows, but it didn't say anything about whether the book is a bestseller or not. So it's not given. Okay? Yeah. All right. Number 3. Minh Thư. Yeah, Nicholas Carr believes that electronic media have affected his enjoyment of reading books. True, false, not given. True. So that means it's correct, right? Where can we find the information that electronic media have affected his enjoyment of reading books? Where is that? Paragraph 2. Paragraph 2, line number 8. Okay, where? Read that.
It's more strongly when I'm reading years of internet. You have his suspect and his ability to reading deeply to observe himself in book.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Here, I feel it most strongly when I'm reading. Years of internet use have, he suspects, dented his ability to read deeply, to absorb himself in books. Okay? The phrase to absorb himself in books, that means that it's very similar to his enjoyment of reading books. Okay? So that means that electronic media have affected his enjoyment of reading books. Okay? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so years of internet use have his suspects dented his ability to read deeply. That means that prevents him from reading deeply or to absorb himself in books. That means that he kind of lose his interest in reading books. Okay. All right, number 4. Khóa. Yeah, Gary Small's research supports Nicholas Carr's beliefs. True, false, not given. True, that's true. So we need to figure out the place where it says something about like the research of Gary Small supports Nicholas Carr's beliefs. Where? Paragraph 3, and number 1. Okay, here. Okay, yeah, somewhere from here, from the first line to somewhere like the net can require the mind. Yeah. So Carr cites research by Gary Small, a professor of psychiatry at UCLA, who concluded that constant exposure to modern media strengthens new neural pathways while weakening older ones. Okay, just 5 hours of internet use in blah 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 until here. Yes, that's right. So that means that this guy research supports Nicholas Carr's beliefs. Okay, number 5, Bảo. Yeah, management beliefs on multitasking are proved correct by scientific research, and is false, right?
The fifth paragraph.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Line number 7. Okay, where? Read that.
The human brain is, it seems, not at all good at multitasking unless it's both handling developed skill like coding and I think one more sentence.
Where? So the first one is the human brain is, it seems, not at all good at multitasking unless it involves a highly developed skill like driving. And where else do you think?
The sixth line from the one.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that you can simultaneously be thinking about your tax return and reading an essay, just as you can talk to yourself about two things at once.
Yeah. The bottom line is that you can simultaneously be thinking about your tax return and reading an essay, just as you can talk to yourself about two things at once. And here it mentioned that management beliefs on multitasking are proved correct by scientific research. So I want to see some kind of similar words or phrases with management beliefs and multitasking are proved correct by scientific research. Where? Where are the similar words or phrases of these things? Where, guys? Because we cannot just read anywhere and then we give the answer. Where can we find information about management beliefs on multitasking? Where? Where can I see the word management beliefs? Where's that? Where? Remember, when you're looking for the answer, it must mention some similar words or phrases or the synonyms of the statement before you can make a conclusion whether it is true, false, not given. Because based on your answer, I still didn't see any words related to management beliefs. I only see the word like multitasking, right? But I didn't see the word management beliefs. And what? Where? Line number 4. Where?
The management beliefs is related to more than
Yes. So you have to start reading from line number 4 here, not from line number 7 or number 8 here. Okay? You have to start reading from modern management tends to promote multitasking as an expression of increased efficiency. Science, on the other hand, does not. Do you see those sentences? Yeah? So here you can see that modern management, that means it's similar as management, right? And here, what do they believe or what do they think? They tend to promote. They tend to promote, that means they believe that is true, okay? They promote what? Multitasking as an expression of increased efficiency. So that means they really believe in multitasking. You understand? But here, next to that, it says science, on the other hand, does not. That means science does not believe in multitasking. You understand? But in the statement number 5, it says management beliefs on multitasking are proved correct by scientific research. That means that scientific research or science prove that the management belief is correct, but that is wrong. Okay? You understand that? Được ha? Cái khúc trước thì nó nói là modern management rất là tin tưởng vào multitasking, nhưng mà khúc sau nó nói là science thì lại không tin tưởng, không có prove. Trong khi ở bên dưới nó nói lại là cái management belief này được chứng minh bằng cái scientific research. So that's wrong. So it's false. Yeah. Okay. Rồi number 6. Anh Thư, did you do that? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, wait, read that first. Number 6. Read number 6 first. Yeah, David Mayer's views on the limitations of the brand have caused controversy. Yeah. So wait, true, false, not given. Not given. Okay, that means it must mention something, but it didn't really answer the question, or it is not exactly the same. Yeah. Okay, where? Paragraph 5. Okay, where? A neuroscientist. Yes, David Mayer, the neuroscientist. What? Yeah. Okay, so here we see some information about David Mayer, a neuroscientist at the University of Michigan. Says the bottom line is that you can simultaneously be thinking about your tax return and reading an essay, just as you can talk to yourself about two things at once. People might think otherwise, but it's a myth. With complicated tasks, you will never ever be able to overcome the inherent limitations in the brain. He just mentioned like that, but he didn't say that his views on the limitation of the brain have caused controversy or not. Okay? It just shows his views on this, but it doesn't say that whether it will cause or it has caused controversy or not. Yeah? Okay? Tức là nó chỉ đề cập đến cái vấn đề là cái view, cái quan điểm của ông này thôi, chứ nó không hề nói là cái quan điểm của ông này có gây tranh cãi hay không gây tranh cãi, được không các bạn? Cho nên cái này là not given. Yeah. Ha. Okay. Rồi, questions 7 to 10. 7. What's the answer for number 7? What's the answer for number 7? Thư, go. Yeah, looked at over 100,000 children, right? So the research of these two people looked at over 100,000 children. Where is that? Where? Paragraph 4. Line number 1. Yeah.
In a study spanning 5 years and involving more than 100,000 children, they discovered a correlation between declining test scores in both mathematics.
Yeah, mathematics and reading. Yeah.
And reading and the stress of home computers and programs.
Yes, that's right. That's correct. So you can start reading from here. You can easily see or recognize the name of these two people, J. Victor and Helen Ladd. So it's just the same as the name here. Okay. And then they looked at over 100 children, and here you can see the information that these two people in a study spanning 5 years and involving more than 100,000 children. So which words are similar as what?
Look at is similar with involve.
Yeah, looked at. Over is similar to involving. More than that means over, okay? And involving here, that means looked at, and over means more than, so the answer must be 100,000 children, okay? Yeah. Rồi, Yến Nhi, read that first.
Found that lower test score and home computer used for Luyện.
Yeah, found that lower, so the answer here is test scores, right? Test scores and home computer use were linked. So these guys found that lower test scores and home computer use were linked. What does that mean? What does that mean? Just explain that that one first for me. What does that mean? No. Yeah, okay. Rồi bạn mình giải thích ấy, bạn nào who can help her? Who can help her explain this? Guys, please explain this in English. How do you understand this? Because if you don't understand this one correctly, then it's, yeah, it doesn't. So even if you have the right answer, that means just luck, you know. Now tell me why. What does that mean? What does that mean?
I think it's mean the use of a home computer is related to big cost, lower test score.
Yeah, kind of. That means that based on the research of these two people, I mean in their research they found that home computer use, that means using computer at home, okay, and lower test scores, they are kind of connected or they are linked. That means that because people they use too much home computer or they use computer at home too much, that's why they got very low scores for the test, okay. Just like the kids these days when they play video games on their mobile phone too much, then they get a low score in their exams. You understand? So that's the meaning. Okay, where can we find information? Yến Nhi. Paragraph 4, line number 4. Where?
They discovered a correlation between declining test score in both mathematics and reading and spread of computer and broadband.
Yes, exactly. They discovered a correlation between declining test scores in both mathematics and reading and the spread of home computers and broadband. What does that mean? So tell me the similar words. The similar words from this one, from this sentence, and from the statement here.
Lower test score is below declining test score.
Yes, lower test scores is similar to declining test scores. Okay. Yeah, home computers and home computers here and home computer here just the same. And when I say that home computer use, it just means that spread, okay? It just means that the spread of home computers, okay? The spread of home computers and broadband, or the spread of home computers. The spread, I mean that the popularity, okay? I mean that home computers become more and more popular. You understand? That means that the more they use home computers, the lower scores, the lower the scores they they may get or they got in the exams. Yeah, so that's why the answer here is test scores. Okay, guys. And linked, here it mentioned were linked. Linked is similar to, yeah, correlation. Yes. Okay, correlation means linked in this case. Yeah. Again, so if you want to know for sure whether you have found the correct answer or not, try to figure out the place where you can find similar words, phrases, or synonyms between the statement and the sentences in the reading part. Okay, so we have finished that. Now the next one, number 9. Number 9, the answer is positive, right? Indicated that the effects of greater home computer use could not be described as positive. So that means that their research. Can you paraphrase that? Can you paraphrase this sentence?
Show that the effect of home computer is not like developing the positive way.
When I say that greater home computer use, what does that mean? That means you use more or less. When I say that the effects of greater home computer use, that means that they use more or less computer? More, yes, that's right. So indicated that the effects of using computer much more at home could not be described as positive. Okay? Yeah, so that means that the effect of using more computer is not very positive. Where? Yeah. Okay, paragraph 4. Where? Yes. Okay, so this sentence, the drop may not be that great. That means the drop in the scores. Okay, here you have to read the one before that. The decline in scores was in the order of 1 or 2%, but it was statistically significant, says Victor. The drop may not be that great, but one can say that the increase in computer use was certainly not positive. Okay, so now tell me some similar words and phrases here. For example, like greater home computer use is similar to. Yes, that's right. That is similar to the increase in computer use, right? What else? Yeah, could not be described as positive is. Yeah, was certainly not positive. Okay? Yeah, they're similar. Okay, was certainly not positive. That means that could not be described as positive. Yeah, they have similar meanings. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, number 10. Khoa. Number 10, the answer is parents. Okay, concluded that parents should be involved in home computer use. Okay, yeah, this one is very easy to understand. I mean, the parents should, yeah, be involved in home computer use. Where? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the last sentence, right? Victor and Lat conclude that the educational value of home computing was best realized when youngsters were actively supervised by parents. Okay? Now, tell me the similar words and phrases. Should be involved in, similar to. Educational value of home computing. No. Yeah, it's similar to were actively supervised. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So should be involved. So parents should be involved. That means that were actively supervised by parents. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, in-home computer use is similar to the educational value of home computing. Yes. Okay. Educational value of home computing was best realized. Who can translate this? Câu này nghĩa là gì? Cái câu thầy mới đọc á, the educational value of home computing was best realized. Does that mean? So Victor and Lat concluded that it's just the same as these words already concluded that, right? Concluded that and concluded that here. They are the same. And now it says something like the educational value of home computing was best realized. What does that mean? That means that we only can see the value or the educational value of using computer at home when youngsters were actively supervised by parents. Okay, this just they say that was best realized. That means that we only can see. Okay, it's similar as we only can see, or we can only recognize the educational value of using computer at home when youngsters were actively supervised by parents. Okay. Yeah. Tức là cái giá trị giáo dục của việc sử dụng máy tính ở nhà đó thì was best realized là chỉ được nhìn nhận ra một cách rõ ràng nhất đó khi mà những bạn trẻ thì được giám sát hay được quản lý một cách tích cực hay là một cách chủ động bởi ba mẹ. Okay. Yeah. So that means that that is only good. Home computing is only good when youngsters use computers under the supervision of their parents. Okay, because if they overuse the computer or they use the computers with the wrong purposes, then it will bring some negative effects. Yeah. Okay. Number 10. Now let's go to questions 11 to 13. Yeah, so choose no more than 2 words and or a number from the passage for each answer, right? 11, Bảo.
Which invention was designed by
18, yeah.
century French politician?
Yeah, which invention was redesigned by an 18th century French politician? So what's that? The newspaper. Yeah, the answer is the newspaper. It's very easy. We just fill out the place where we can find the words French politician and in the 18th century. Very easy. Where's that?
I think it's
Yeah.
In the 18th century, French statesman Reagan's new device that turned people into dispersed individuals, isolated in silence.
Yes, exactly. Okay, this place very easy to find the location of this because it has the word the 18th century, and also it has the word French statement, right? Easy. In the 18th century, a French statement railed against the new device that turned people into dispersed individuals isolated in certain silence, who was talking about a newspaper. Yeah, is similar to French statement. Yeah.
Rail is similar to criticized.
Yeah, railed against is similar to criticized. Okay. And 18th century, yes, we can see it right there, right? And which invention? So they just ask, which invention is that? Which invention did he criticize? Okay. And of course we are talking about the newspaper. Yeah. So rail against, that means criticize. Okay. Yeah. Là phê bình á, phê bình chỉ trích này nọ đó. Okay. Rồi, anh Thư, number 12, read that please. Yeah, according to studies that can be trusted, what is the maximum amount of time per day that children spend looking at screens? Okay, what's the answer? 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours. That is the maximum amount of time per day that children spend looking at screens. Okay, 4 hours. Where's that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that place is correct, but you missed something, because if you read from suggest children spend between 2 and 4 hours in front of screens, including television screens, and not 6 or 7 as often suggested. If you just read this, I don't see any information related to studies that can be trusted. Yes, that's right. So you have to read from the beginning, okay? The next is suppose you consume the lives of young people. Yeah, the only reliable studies about the time spent online collated by the World Health Organization suggest children spend blah, 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 blah. Okay? Now tell me the similar words and phrases here.
Studies.
Yeah, studies, and then studies. What else? For example, like studies that can be trusted is similar to. Yes, similar to reliable studies. Okay. Yes, studied. Oh, sorry, where's that? Okay, reliable studies. Okay, what else? Yeah, okay, according to studies that can be trusted, what is the maximum amount of time blah, 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 looking at a screen, looking at screens? And here we also have the words yeah, in front of screens. Okay, so looking at screens is similar to in front of screens. Yeah, okay guys. Yeah, looking at screens is similar to in front of screens, and here they have two options, between 2 and 4 hours. Okay, between 2 and 4 hours, that means 4 hours is the maximum amount. Okay guys. Yeah, so between 2 and 4 hours, so the maximum amount of time is 4 hours. Alright, number 13.
Which products have become more popular recently?
Yeah, which products have become more popular recently?
Children's book.
Yeah, and the answer is children's books. Okay, so which one, which products, so children's books have become more popular recently? Where? Last paragraph. Okay, line number 1. Annual survey. Okay, so certainly the old media don't seem to be doing that badly. An annual survey shows that sales of children's books this year were 4.9% greater than last year, with more than 60 million sold. Okay, now similar words and phrases, please. Similar words and phrases. Do we have any words for products or have become more popular and recently? Anything? Yeah, recently is, yeah, where this year? Yeah, this year, yes, this year, that means recently. Correct. What else? Become more popular? Become more popular, or products.
Become more popular is greater than last year.
Yes, become more popular means that the sales, okay, sales of this thing, okay, were 4.9% greater than last year. So sales of children's books this year were 4.9% greater than last year. So when sales increase, that means that it become more popular, right? So the answer must be children's books. Yeah? Okay?